All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to take apart one of the biggest ideas you hold about yourself, the idea of you. So for the next few minutes, I need you to just set aside everything you think you know about your personality. We're here to do the real work.
You know, most of us walk around thinking that our behavior is a direct signal of who we are deep down. But what if I told you that's not the real story? What if your behavior, all those things you do, isn't about who you are, but just what you repeat?
And this is a super common misunderstanding. We have this belief, and it's buried deep, that our actions equal our identity. But that idea, well, it can become a kind of prison. And today, we're going to find the key.
So let's get brutally honest right now. I want you to look at your life, but without the stories you tell yourself, okay? No justifications. I'm talking about your raw, unfiltered behavior. How do you really show up when there's conflict? What is your gut reaction when the pressure is on? Look at your relationships, your money, the way you talk to yourself in your own head. Forget your intentions. Just look at the actions.
Now, thinking about all those behaviors, I want you to ask yourself one single critical question. Does this repeat? Is there a theme here? Because I'm telling you, the answer to this one question, it changes absolutely everything.
And here it is. This is the heart of the whole lesson. If it repeats, it is not your identity. It is a pattern. Just let that sink in for a second. That thing you were so sure was a fundamental part of you, it might just be something you do over and over and over again.
And listen, these patterns, they aren't random. They are trained. You built them, whether you knew it or not, just by doing them again and again. You practiced them so many times, they went from being a choice to being automatic, kind of like breathing.
And this is the trap. This is the trick the mind plays on you. Because once a behavior is automatic, your brain takes a shortcut. It just gets lazy. It stops seeing it as something you practiced and starts calling it a permanent part of your personality. It just becomes who you are.
Does any of this sound familiar? I bet it does. This is how we protect the pattern. We build a whole story around it. We stop questioning something that's just a habit, and we start defending it like it's our very soul.
No. I'm going to stop you right there. Let's be crystal clear about this. That is not who you are. That is what you have reinforced. You practiced it. You repeated it until it felt permanent. It's not your core. It's your conditioning.
Let me make this really concrete. If you consistently pull back and disappear the second a difficult conversation starts, that's not you being non-confrontational. That is a pattern. You know that feeling when someone questions you and you immediately start talking a mile a minute, justifying, explaining, trying to manage what they think of you? Yep, that's a pattern. Or how about this one? If your whole system gets flooded with stress and you just go numb, you check out emotionally, you disengage from everything around you, that is a pattern. And if you're constantly giving to other people, not because you have a full cup, but because you're desperately trying to earn your worth in their eyes, guess what? That is a pattern.
And if that jolts of fear, that feeling of uncertainty hits you, and your automatic gut reaction is to run back to what's safe and avoid any kind of risk, you already know what that is. It's a pattern.
So it all boils down to this, and I really want you to hear this. In those moments, you think you are being yourself, but you're not. You are simply repeating yourself. You're running an old, worn-out script. So you might be asking, well, why does it feel so true? Why does it feel so much like me? The answer is one word: predictability. Our brains are wired to mistake what's predictable for what's true. But it's not truth. It's just conditioning. So what on earth do we do with this awareness? Well, this is where responsibility steps in, and I need you to hear me loud and clear. This is not about blame. Blame is a dead end. It keeps you stuck right where you are. Responsibility, that's what sets you free.
Because once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. You can no longer hide behind that old, comfortable excuse, this is just who I am. Sorry, that one's off the table now.
And instead, you get to step into a new, way more powerful truth. The whole game changes from who I am, which is a fixed thing, to what I have been doing. You see? It moves you from a state of being to a series of actions. And this is where the chains break. It leads to the most powerful conclusion you can ever come to. It's simple. If I have been doing it, then it means I can stop doing it. The power was always yours. You just didn't see it. Now look, I'm not going to tell you this is a magic trick. It's not going to be easy. It's definitely not going to be instant. It's going to take real work. But it can be done, consciously. One choice at a time, You get to build something new.
So we've established it. Your patterns are not you. They're just the scripts you've been running on autopilot, which brings us to the real question, the only one that actually matters now. The pen is back in your hand. So, who will you choose to be?